Top 4 most common pitfalls of the pro-choice movement. 1. The world is tough, therefore she should be able to get an abortion because having a baby born without money is bad. Rejection. We don't unalive people because they are poor. Therefore, we shouldn't unalive babies because they might end up being poor or without perfection in lifestyle. It's also unclear what perfection would be, as it seems relative, so it wouldn't matter. Take, for instance, 10,000 years ago, when healthcare was minimal and food was often not as plentiful globally. Are we to say we can all unalive each other? 2. It doesn't feel anything, therefore it's okay to have an abortion. Critique. If you have a coma, patient, someone in anesthesia, are you able to unalive them without any immoral consideration because they don't feel? 3. Bodily autonomy is an absolute right. Critique. It seems like we stop people when we try to unalive others. Like you or I, this is why we stop a mother from unaliving the fetus. 4. The fetus is just a clump of cells. Critique. This is just a descriptive claim based on what something is currently presenting as. We were all a clump of cells at some point, so a fetus or a set of cells is also a person. Like you or I describing features but not ones which are morally motivating means it doesn't provide reasons for why we ought act or ought not act. What's meant by that is something which informs a moral system. My dog is different from a rock. One reason is my dog is a living thing and living things can be harmed, insert harm theory. In the earlier case, what you're trying to say, it's that it's not a person, and you need to provide evidence of that. Otherwise, it amounts to saying you really like chocolate cake and chocolate cake is better than vanilla cake, but not telling me what properties are true of chocolate that make it objectively better. You could ground a subjective feeling within empirical data, such that it's true that people like chocolate cake because it has specific sugar content or flavor profile, and here's a collection of surveys that say so. Still, that doesn't make it metaphysically the case. That's just evidence raising. So, what you need to do is provide an effective account of what a person is, which is true of your eye, but not true of the fetus. Or come up with an alternative reasoning that doesn't make a personhood claim. Remember, you are trying to find a unique reason for why you can do something to a fetus that you can't do to you, or it should be a reason or set of reasons, which, when applied in other situations, holds without absurdities. Also recall you are trying to convince someone who doesn't believe it to be the case. You need to tell me all the reasons why chocolate cake is the best in a way, which if you try to say otherwise would make others feel silly to say is true, or have them saying that it is, but also is not the best, which would be a contradiction. You must say that your view best describes the reasons why we can do this, not just why you want to. Also note an internal justification can be easily done. I don't want to go to the gym because it's hard work. However, your friend might come over and tell you all the reasons why you should go to the gym that you agree with which motivate you. Saying you don't want to go to the gym but also want to get stronger and more fit would be a contradiction in action. Your friend challenging your view can make that clear. When we have tunnel vision in our justification, it enables and justified reasoning. If we want to be moral or give morally justifying reasoning, this then means we need to be well reasoned to produce a truth about a case. Go out and make it clear to pro-life that abortion is something morally permissible. Help fix the tunnel vision with good reasonings and good arguments. Don't commit the blunders discussed.